Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Greco. I'll be your host for the next 30 minutes or so, talking about specific topics as per vis-a-vis the entire world, right? So that's what worldview is all about. And what I'd like to talk to you today is going to be pretty controversial. And for those of you that just, have druthers about it, just don't worry. I mean, it's not as if you're forced to watch the video. It's just it. But this may bring up some controversial aspects. And I just want you to know that right off top. I don't want you to be sucked in like a clickbait type situation where all of a sudden you sit back and go, "Why did I watch this thing to begin with?" So what we're going to do is first is talk about flags, different aspects about what flags are. So the first thing I want to talk about is this flag right here, and this is the pride flag. Now, the pride flag. This is Pride Month in June, which I get it. I understand. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just saying that if that's what the United States wants to do, then of course I support my country. And this is the pride flag. Now I want to point out some different things. First of all, when you're designing a flag, you have to understand that flags are, although they're distinctly different, they also have similarities with other flags. And unfortunately, the person who designed that flag, or the people who designed this flag, did not understand what the similarities were. So let me point them out to you, the different flags, and why they may want to redesign or do something with this flag. The first flag is this one, and it's the Palestinian flag. And a lot of people sit there and say, "Wow, that's good. It's a Palestinian flag. We're all about getting free Palestine, all the other things have to go along with that." The bottom line is look at the similarity, right? Look at the similarity here. Now let's talk about Palestine just for a second and say, okay, what are their LGBTQ rights? So let's talk about that. LGBTQ rights in Palestine, and this is EqualDex. It's a .com, so it's a commercial website, but it talks about different aspects in different areas, and what LGBT rights, LGBT whatever it is. So this is non-binary gender, not legally recognized. Housing discriminations, no protections. Discrimination, no protections. Adoption, single only. Donating blood, banned. Gender affirming care is legal, which is interesting, but anyways, that's what they have. Employment discrimination, no protections. Intersex infant surgery, not banned. Conversion therapy, not banned. So this is the situation here with Palestine, with Palestinians. You can look up any country with this, any country, and it will show you what those rights are. So let's continue talking about that and figure out how that all works. So we're talking about Palestine. So that's the first one. The second one is these. This is called the Horn of Africa. Now, for those people that are not that don't understand Horn of Africa, or don't understand where it is, let me go ahead and get that to you and have you understand what that means. So what we're going to do is go to Google Earth first of all. I think this is pretty important. And what we're going to do is go to Google Earth and talk about this for a second. So the Horn of Africa is here. This is the Horn of Africa right here, hence horn, right? Horn of Africa. So this is it, the Horn of Africa. This is Somalia here. Mogadishu. Remember, if you do remember, in the 1990s, I'm trying to go in there and solve hunger in Somalia. Didn't work. Here we have right, Ethiopia, Eritrea up in this area, Djibouti, which is a very small country here. We're allied with them in that area. Yemen, Houthi rebels, all that. This is the Red Sea, all these problems. So this is the Horn of Africa. So let's take a look at some of these areas, and let's take a look at what we're talking about. So let's take a look at this here. And this is Ethiopia. This is Sudan. Notice the similarities. Let's go back. Pride flag, Sudan flag. Even this, right? It's red, green, white, black. This is Palestine. This is green, black, white, red. But I mean, it's different flags. But look at similarities, right? Look at the similarities here. So, what about Sudan? Uh, let's look it up. Let's. This is partly everything, and partly we'll talk about different areas. So let's talk about Sudan. Okay, we'll talk about Sudan. So what is it? Let's see. Gay marriage is banned in Sudan. State enforced censorship, not legally recognized non binary gender recognition. Gender affirming care, restricted. Employment discriminations, no protections. Conversion therapy, not banned. So, I mean, discrimination, no protections. Adoption, single only. Military, illegal to be uh, gay, homosexual. I mean, basically homosexual in military. That's Sudan. So this is just Sudan, right? I can go through all of these countries, and you can too, and you can take a look at all of them and see what they like. Now there's a couple others like this one, right? So where is this? So this is uh, where is this? So you sit there and go, where is this? This is Uganda. Uganda, you can be killed. You can actually be sentenced to death for being a homosexual. This is Sudan, folks. Or not Sudan, I'm sorry. This is Uganda. And as a result of that, the US has said, okay, we're not going to trade with you anymore, whatever else. Uganda said, stay out of our local politics, which is actually their sovereignty states that they can do whatever they want. Uh, if the US doesn't want to trade with them anymore, that's their deal. But this is where you have these problems. But this little skull and crossbones means you can be put to death. Do you think the pride flag flies here? Doubtful, very doubtful. LGBTQ is called an extremist group here. What is this? Russia. Well, let's go to Russia here real quick and see what type of rights they have. So we're just gonna just so you don't think that I'm being unfair to Russia. Interesting. All right. Donating blood is legal uh, if you are homosexual. The military, lesbians, gays, bisexuals permitted, transgender people banned. So you can, of course, they're fighting a war with Ukraine right now. So of course, this is interesting. Conversion therapy not banned. Intersex infant surgery not banned. No protections on employment discrimination. Banned gender affirming care. Illegal. Censorship. Other punishment. Discrimination. No protections. You see LGBTQ or whatever you call them rights in Russia. That's what you're dealing with. You think the pride flag flies there? Yeah, maybe not. All depends. This is a Russian flag. Northern Nigeria. They just threw our troops out of there in Nigeria. Northern Nigeria is you can be put to death for being homosexual. So I mean, these are flags. Algeria. What about Algeria? Hey, that Algeria's in Africa. So I'm pointing a lot of African nations here. So let's find out. Algeria. Here it is. Gay marriage is banned. Gender affirming care banned. Conversion therapy not banned. Donating blood banned. Military illegal. Discrimination no protections. Imprisonment as punishment. Censorship. So I mean, this is imprisonment is illegal. Homosexuality is illegal. So we go through all these things. What about Russia? Is homosexuality varies by region? See how they get away with that? Varies by region. Interesting, right? What else do we have? We had Sudan. Homosexuality illegal, up to life in prison as punishment. So I mean, just all you have to do is just read the first line, folks, and it gives you exactly what you need to know. Nigeria, illegal, death penalty as punishment. Death penalty as punishment. Yeah. So, I mean, are we lucky to be in the country we live in? Yep. Iran. This is Iran's flag. Look, right? Skull and crossbones. Death. You can be put to death. Let's confirm. Iran. Death. To be a homosexual in this country means death. Death. You think pride flag flies here? That's pretty doubtful. I think that's probably not going to happen. This is what happened. But yet gender affirming care is legal, which is interesting. But everything else, forget it. Illegal. Homosexuality legal. Illegal, and gay marriage banned. So a lot of people think, oh, the United States could do better. Really? Really? I don't think so. I think it's doing just fine. Thank you. This is my pride flag. This is my pride flag. This is the United States of America's flag. And this is a pride flag for many, 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 many Americans. This is what should be flown on Memorial Day. This is what should be flown on July 4th. This is what should be flown. I get it, about the pride flag, but let me tell you something. This is my flag. This is our flag. This is everybody in the US's flag. This is the flag we fly under. This is the flag we fly under. This is what makes this whole YouTube video controversial, is this picture right here. Isn't that a shame that this picture right here would make it controversial? But this is what I believe in. I believe in this flag. I have worn this flag. I have served under this flag for decades. I believe in this flag. I believe in it. I believe in what it represents. Which flag would you rather fly Memorial Day, Veterans Day, Armed Forces Day, month? May is Armed Forces Month. Interesting, right? Flag Day, 14 June, U.S. Independence Day. Any other day for that matter would be the U.S. flag. The last one is my pride flag. And it should it should be a living representation of our country. It represents people who have died to keep it that way. Today is very important. Today, the release of this video is June the 6th. 80 years ago, and it's a shame, we only do this it's 70th anniversary, it's the 80th anniversary, it's the 60th anniversary. What about the 71st, 72nd, 73rd, 74th? Every single June the 6th, we need to fly the flags at half-mast. We need to do the things we need to do to respect the individuals that died on that day. The reason that you can fly that pride flag, the reason that you, LGBTQIA, whatever it is, community, can fly that pride flag are the people that died on that day. Because I guarantee you, if Hitler would have taken over this world, you would not have had that pride flag. You would not have had any rights whatsoever. You would have had to stay in secret for the rest of your lives. This is what we're talking about, the United States. Stop thinking about the problems of the country and either go and live in another country to compare it. There is none better than the United States. There is none better than the United States of America to live in. I've lived here all my life. I know. I have lived in other countries. I know this country is better. It's unbelievably, and if you don't think it's better, make it better. Make it better. You can do it. There's nothing beyond what one person can do. I'm proud of June. Why am I proud of June? June is 6th, Operation Overlord. And it's interesting because a lot of people, it's misnamed D-Day. I mean, D-Day was when it took place, but really it was Operation Overlord. That was the name of the operation. Dismantling of Hitler's regime at that point in time. And kept going and going and going and going till we defeated this guy and the nuts that followed him. Died to preserve freedom, right? And that's why, like that of flying a pride flag. If you the freedom exists when people can fly a pride flag. That's freedom. Freedom is something that is so it is fragile, and I get it. It is fragile. But you are allowed, you meaning the people that stand behind this pride flag, are allowed to fly it. At UNC Chapel Hill, they tried to take down the American flag and put up a Palestinian flag. Let me tell you something. I don't think I've ever been as angry as when I saw that. Put up a Palestinian flag. And the thing was that the LGBTQ community, where were they? Where were they when they put up that flag? They should have said, no, absolutely not. We stand behind the American flag. That's what we do. And also the Palestinian flag, homosexuality is illegal. So cut me a break here. My pride flag is red, white, and blue. It is the USA's flag, and it should be everybody in this country's flag. There should be none flying above it. No flag should ever fly above the US flag here in the United States. anywhere, anywhere in the United States. And there should never be a time when we take down the US flag to fly the flag of another country. Ever, ever in this country. This is the United States of America. Yes, I'm on my soapbox. And like I said, it was a controversial video, folks. It wasn't, I mean, and that is pretty important. So that's the worldview for today. And I just wanted to let you know again that, there's no endorsements for this YouTube video. This is my opinion and my opinion only. My opinion only on this whole thing. So don't think that, it's, and I hope that I came across as not being against anything, but being for the United States flag, because that's important. And you have to take a look at the worldview in order to understand how important that really is. Have a great week. Oh, and say a prayer for the people that died on June the 6th, 1944. They are the most important people. Take care.